Did.
So
I
congrats,
did.
little
Thank you
mama.
so much. Thank you. And thank you for having me. Good to see you again,
It's
George.
great seeing you always,
Yes.
and we love what you guys do over at Binghamton. And it's great to have you here, and congratulations
Thank you
on
so
your
much.
wonderful
Good to be back.
4-month-old baby
Goodness.
boy.
Yes,
Oh, my
yes,
goodness.
Landon.
Sweet baby boy, and a mom of two boys. They're gonna, you're the queen
Yes.
from now on. So there's no greater love, as you know. But Shelley is here to talk to us about Binghamton Christian Academy. About every year, I have Shelley on because you're starting your fifth
Fifth school year.
fifth
Yes,
school year.
yes. Hard to believe.
At BCA, and I've been at Triumph for almost 6 years. So as long as we've had our relationship, you've been at the school,
Yeah.
and I just adore you. You do just such great work, and
Thank
it's just
you.
such a special place. But for our listeners that are unfamiliar with, maybe obviously they know of the area, Binghamton, and they might have driven by the school a
Oh,
million
I'm
times.
sure they have.
So
I'm
tell
sure.
us exactly where the school is, and then
Okay.
give us a brief history so that our listeners can better understand this special
Absolutely.
place.
Well, we are Binghamton Christian Academy, and we often go by the name BCA, is what people call us.
Yeah.
But we are at the corner of Walnut Grove and Tillman.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people, once I say that, they say, oh, I cut through to go to
Right.
Sam Cooper. And
Yeah.
so if you've done that from Walnut Grove, you've most likely driven right past our school.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is our 26th school year.
Wow.
So we've been part of the Memphis community for a long time. We're still working on being more known, because a lot of times people say, "Oh, you've been around so long, I haven't heard of you." So we always say that we're Memphis's best kept secret. That we don't want to be a secret.
Right.
And so we appreciate opportunities like this to share about the school. But we are a private Christian school for K4 through 8th grade students. And so we have 130 total students. Our classrooms are small, but that's very intentional. Our children come to us with a lot of needs. And
Right.
so we have a lot of families that English is the second language in the home. Amongst other things, but a lot of times our students come to us and maybe they're a little bit behind academically, but we don't have a mission requirement, so we want to help the neighborhood, so
Right.
we open our doors, and the small class sizes are really beneficial because if you have children, sometimes being in a larger classroom environment, the
Right.
teacher just is so limited
Right.
on what he or she is able to do. And
It's
so
easier for those little slips to get
it
by.
is,
right?
it is. And so having, a classroom of 13 or 15 students, it really allows for more individualization of learning. And so we can really meet the child where they're at academically and work to, help them meet those benchmarks and beyond.
Yeah.
So that's really our goal. Another aspect of our school is that we have Memphis's only boarding school. And
yep.
so 30 of our students live on campus Monday through Thursday evening. And by living in their dorms, they're able to get homework help. They get exposure to cultural activities. They just get that around-the-clock support and nurturing that children need to grow and be strong, and also come into school the next morning ready to learn. And so that program is very special. It's 15 boys and 15 girls. And I know Triumph has been great about coming and doing dinner meals for
We
our
love
kids.
that. I think
and-
it's such a unique thing, and I think when you think about a boarding school, like, why would they have a boarding school? They have only 130 students, but and we'll dig into this after the break as well. But like, there's a great population of the students that are actually Sudanese refugees,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And so many times, as I've gotten to know the children, many times one parent might still be in the homeland.
Yes.
When they're home in Memphis with one parent, but because of work schedules and restrictions, just being able to offer this residential program gives the kids a safe place.
Right.
It gives them stability during the week, right? And then they have dorm parents. So talk to us
Yes.
about that they've got these men and women who live with them
Yes,
during the
yes,
week, and,
yes.
and what all they do to support
So
them.
We have dorm parents for both boys and girls dorm, and they really are like a parental figure. All of our children are there volunteer. They comes from great families. It's not those situations,
right.
but I always say it's very it's a beautiful sacrifice that our families have done, because they know that by allowing them to live in the dorm, it's going to give them a better chance to succeed academically. And a lot of our parents, maybe didn't get the same opportunities in their country for education, and so they value it so much. And so, even though they love their children, and they see this as a chance to get them that added support that is really going to help them read on grade level, which we know is such a big indicator by the end of third grade to be able to read. That's an indicator for graduation and lifelong success. And so our parents, we always have a waiting list to be in that, because we can only accommodate 30. But our parents, we work with them. They're part of our extended family, really. And so, but our dorm parents, they really take the role of mentoring and guiding the children. Of course, we have so many volunteers that pour into us with food and activities for the kids that is helpful. But the volunteers are great because, especially thinking about the dinner meals, we want our dorm parents at the end of the day not to have to worry about feeding 15 boys.
Exactly.
They're hungry at 3:30.
Yes.
But instead, being able to talk to the children about their day and being there when when things come up, and just that something they can count on, because kids need that stability and support. And so that's just so much a part of the program. And so our dorm parents, it's just such a special role
It
that
is
they
such
play.
a special role. Well, I've also seen, after coming to the dorms for a long time now, I've seen it's just such a mentorship, leadership role within the kids themselves. So, I think really, usually it's first graders through eighth graders that live in the dorm. Sometimes if they have a sibling, they can get a younger sibling in. But I see so much of leadership and values poured into the children, so that the older ones really take on that role to guide the younger ones along. So it's helping them to gain leadership values and traits, and that's going to help them, just those characteristics, that's going to help them just be strong people growing up. And the values that are poured into them, no matter if they're in the dorms or in the school, they could be waiting along the lunch line, and I could hear the teachers talk to them about, whatever, it might be a Bible verse they've been studying that day, or just reviewing some positivity. So just the overall atmosphere and environment is so incredible. Well, I know that we have loved our relationships so much with the school, and if it's just, I would say, if you've ever wanted a chance to be able to serve some kids and have just absolutely unconditional love poured all over you, go visit this school and let Shelley give you a tour of the school. And we'll dig in a little bit about more of the things that we've done at Triumph at the school. But if they want to reach, I know y'all are having phone issues this week.
We're having some phone issues, but you can still email me at
how would they contact you?
hello@bcamemphis.org.
Okay.
I check that email, and we'd love to connect and bring you out for a tour. And it's really a place you need to see.
Absolutely.
I can describe the dorms especially, but just being there and just seeing the children and how they interact is pretty special, and it's very unique in Memphis. And so if you're looking for something for maybe your group of friends to do, your small group at church, even your family, if you're looking for a way as a family to get involved and to give back. Maybe you don't have a lot of time, but you could do something, once every couple of months, and maybe that's drop-off dinner to one of the dorms. There's a lot of great ways to really get involved with us, and so I would love to just have a conversation, and we can talk about different ways to do that. But
well, let's talk about that more when we get back, because we're going to get a break right now.
Back. Yeah. You're listening to Let's Talk Growth with Triumph Bank, and special host Tracy Strickland and her guest Shelley Alley from Binghamton Christian Academy. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Voice, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
Triumph Bank strives to make banking easy for our customers. You have a lot of choices when it comes to banks, so we invite you to visit one of our local offices in Memphis, Germantown, Collierville, and Arlington to see for yourself how our team, backed by our state-of-the-art online and mobile services, can simplify banking for you and your business. Triumph Bank, invested in our communities and making banking easy for you. Triumph is a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender. TriumphBank.com. Let's talk growth.
Did Jesus promise to return within the first century generation? Discover why atheists, Muslims, Jews, and even some Christians believe that Jesus is a liar and the Bible is false. Join William Bell for discussion on the end times and Bible prophecy on the All Things Fulfilled Eschatology broadcast Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. on KWAM 990 and FM 107.9. Listen on Facebook at KWAM The Voice.
And now back to Business Spotlight on The Voice, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
Welcome back to our studios. Today we're turning our spotlight on Triumph Bank. Let's talk growth. And I want to take a minute to just brag a little bit about Triumph Bank. They are a wonderful community bank, and they are growing like crazy. They're now in Nashville doing some wonderful things. And 4 locations throughout Memphis to serve you. And what's really good is it's so personal, a lot of great talent at the bank. They'll take care of you if you want to need a home mortgage, if you need something for your business, personally, personal checking. Matter of fact, they've got it set up where you never have to come into the bank.
Oh, we love them. I'll give you a good example, George. I was making a personal deposit at our Poplar headquarters around the corner, and a customer walks in with her laptop and said, so I've got these different accounts, but I haven't set my things online. Who can help? And of course, the nerd that I am, like, let me jump in and help. And our team was busy with some other customers. And so what a pleasure it is just to get to sit down and walk somebody through.
And that's your customer.
That
That's what people love about it.
Yeah.
And then also, Triumph Bank is your local community bank, and they really walk the walk. And that is one of the reasons why we're here today, to kind of spotlight Shelley Alley and what great stuff you guys are doing over at Binghamton Christian Academy, or BCA, as you say.
BCA, yes. It's a mouthful when you say Binghamton Christian Academy, right? So I love the emails, just bcamemphis.org. Well, Shelley, we've been talking a lot about this amazing school, but there's a really exciting update that has happened with a new partnership with the Refugee Empowerment Program.
Yes.
With the after-school program. So I want us to dig into that because it's so exciting.
So we are so excited about this partnership. After-school enrichment has always been a big part of our programming with our day school, but it has been really, categorized with our middle school students in the past. And so we, a lot of our students are families of refugees, and so we were, talking to our friends at Memphis REP, Memphis Refugee Empowerment Program, just talking about how a lot of the families we serve overlap with theirs. And so the discussion was basically just how we can serve that community better. And, we definitely look to them as experts. And through those discussions, we identified that really there was an opportunity that we could enhance our after-school program by utilizing and collaborating with REP. And so this year, our K4 through 8th grade will be part of the after-school program that is going to be administered by REP. The program is called RISE, and so they'll actually come into our school from 3:30 to 5:30 every day, Monday through Thursday, and offer this program. And so this is going to be so exciting for our children. Not only are they going to get homework help every day, all of our students will get homework help every day. Every day there's a different element that's also included. So whether it's art or music or, a craft or, other community partners that they implement
Right.
in their programming. And so we're just so excited. We think it's going to be really a game changer for our students.
Exactly.
But also it's such a help to our families. If you think about it, we were discussing yesterday, if you had a middle school student and you were a parent, and so maybe your sixth grader got to stay at school to 5:30, but your kindergarten student, you had to somehow figure out as a parent how to pick them up at 3 o'clock when school is out. And then
it's a massive struggle.
And so when our families, are, they're such hard workers. Some of them are working non-traditional hours. Some of them work multiple jobs.
That's what I was thinking.
And so to arrange childcare is a challenge. And so that is going to, we hope, ease a burden on the families, while also just giving the kids a safe place to be, a fun place to be, that's going to really enrich their learning. It's it's a staff that's coming in from REP, so it's new faces for the day, which is really great because your kids need that variety and need new,
a fresh perspective. Give the teachers a little bit of a break.
Exactly, too, and so I think that it's going to be so amazing for our students, and we're just so thankful for the opportunity to partner with another really great nonprofit in Memphis that is doing important work. And not all of our students are refugees or from refugee families, and so it doesn't exclude anyone that attends our school, but it's just a great way to utilize resources that have been given, and the great things the families pay nothing. And so
that's incredible.
REP gets grant money for the program, and so our families won't pay anything additional, which is very important because, a lot don't have that extra discretionary income for something like that, but our kids won't miss out. They're going to have a great experience.
It will, and I think it will, like you said, help them academically as well. And you were telling me the other day, like how REP, they do so much as far as measuring the academic updates, so that I know y'all are going to measure it year over year, so that you'll be able to then go to the parents and say, through adding this complimentary after school enrichment program. I mean, there's so many value adds
that is really something new for us as well. We're a very small staff, and so we always try to collect data from all of our programs, but now we have a group that is very well versed in how to gather the data for this, after school program, because they've done it, they have their own centers. And so we're going to implement that. We're going to, do some benchmark measurements of the students from the beginning and just do check-ins. And also meet with the families to see what their expectations are and, some things that they hope that their child will get out of the program, and hopefully try to incorporate some of those things as well. And so we're just very excited. We're glad to partner with this great group, and we're just excited to see what comes of it, and how much the kids enjoy it.
It's going to be huge, and I know that's going to also take a burden, because I know you've always looked for volunteers to help in those after school enrichment things. So I know you've offered to give a tour, but there are a lot of different needs and things that if people are thinking of just either a one-off or how could I become a partner of this school, talk to us about those different things so we can also talk about what Triumph's done.
Yes. So, we rely so heavily on volunteers, and so we talked a little bit about our meals for our dorm program. Monday through Thursday nights, we need people to sign up to help bring meals. You can bring a meal for just the boys or the girls' dorm, or you can bring it for both. We have a meal calendar. It's at takethemamil.com. The last name is Dorms, and the password is 1234. Very easy. But you can look at that calendar and see the open dates. We have a strong need for August dates to be filled. If you think about it, our volunteers, their kids are also going back to school. And so it's a kind of a hectic, busy time in a lot of families' lives. And so those that often get involved sometimes maybe wait till later in the school year to get rolling. But if you are someone that, maybe August is not as hectic for you, or maybe your church group would like to do something, this is just a great way to get plugged in. It's a low time commitment. So sometimes that's important for busy, working families. So that would be a great need.
You don't have to do this gourmet meal. If you need to just pick up some pizzas and bring it,
it can be homemade. It can
Yeah.
be catered. It can be a variety of such. And, I'm helpful with, ideas on the things the kids like. And you can, stay and serve the meal. There's some nights if you just want to drop off, you can do that as well. So that's a great way to, really help our students, but also just to learn a little bit about it. So even if you have 20 minutes to drop it off, you can get a glimpse of who we are and get some hugs too before you leave.
Which is the best. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I know you're also looking for prayer partners, and that's something that we started. I guess it's our 4th year.
Yes.
With our
Second
classroom,
graders?
our 2nd graders.
Yes, it's crazy.
They're so great. So like you can literally adopt a classroom, and they'll send you the list of all the children in the classroom and really what their needs and wants are personally. A lot of them is like, I just need to learn how to sit and listen to the teacher better. So, and others are in and then the teachers will add in, maybe it's a particular, math area that they need to work on.
Right.
So you can get to know the children so personally, and of course provide some different supplies. But we decided as a bank, we love serving the meals, and we have done lots of different things through Agape North, giving like the shirt donations and stuff to the school, and we continue to do that, but how we can dive a little deeper. So 4 years ago, we decided through our foundation to make a grant to the school every year to really adopt one classroom. And we started with the babies then, they were pre-K 4, and now they're going into 2nd grade. And I can tell you that our team that has gone, their lives have been changed. My life has changed. When we can, because you're building relationships with the same group of children as they grow up. And our goal and our promise to the school is that we're going to stay with that classroom until they graduate in 8th grade. And I'll cry as hard as all the mamas when they graduate. But I think that we're able to help, provide like the class parties and things like that. But another thing that we've loved is putting together this family day. It's a school-wide community day that we have in May. And we'll have bouncy houses and face painting and all kinds of games and stuff for the kids. We didn't do the slime making station this year like we did last year because that got a little messy.
Even outside, that was messy.
A little outside, it was messy. We were hosing people off for a long time after that. But then we were able to bring members of our team in, and Mr. Greer, who's y'all's new director of operations, he would just get the megaphone. Parents and teachers, get into the cafeteria. And so we have our bankers go in there and talk to them about tips for first-time home buyers,
right?
Or how best ways to save or improve your credit. And so we've just made it such a big commitment to the school to do that, and we just absolutely love this school. So if this has touched your heart and you want to reach out and learn more about the school and meet Shelley and have her give you a tour, remind us the email address.
It's hello@bcamemphis.org. And Triumph Bank has been so phenomenal to us. Not only have they been the room moms and dads is what we call
Selfishly,
it.
I love that part. Yes.
The grant funding has gone above and beyond because it actually has ensured that classroom has their textbooks and all the materials that they need. And so that investment is, really from every angle of the school, Triumph has looked for ways to help. And so we're just very thankful to you guys. We can see the love that you have for our students every time you're there. And hopefully you feel that back from us and from the kids.
Oh my gosh! When you have like a rough day or whatever, and like it's time for the Valentine's Day party, I'm like making crafts and stuff. You walk in that classroom and they know you by name if you've been there more than twice, and they just. And the teachers get mad at me every time, like, oh, Miss Tracy's coming, because they're so well behaved and they're sitting in their desks, and all of a sudden they just come swarming and give hugs. So anyway, it's just a beautiful school, and I'm just so proud of our team for the work that we've been able to do, but the lives that you guys are transforming every day.
Thank you so much.
Love y'all, you guys, and y'all take a look at the school. It's an amazing place.
Shelley, have a great day. It's good having you back. Tracy, see you next Tuesday.
Good to see you.
You're listening
Have a
to
great
The
week.
Voice, FM 107.9 and AM 990.